What is going on, guys? Grave here. Welcome back to Neverwinter. Today I want to talk about refinement here on the console. Of course, we just got the new console update, so we got the new refinement system, and it's a lot more simplified than it used to be, but I know a lot of newer players out there still may be trying to understand it. Of course, before this system, if you'd played sometime before this, you knew that we had different kind of stones, whether you wanted to rank up enchantments, whether you wanted to rank up your artifacts, when you want to rank up your gear. There was different stones for each part of that. Now they have pretty much just combined all of that into a refinement system. It all goes into one big pool of refinement points. Now you're going to see a lot of green items here in my bag, and I used to not pick these up, especially when I was higher level, because I just hated picking them all up and then having to identify them individually. Now with this new update system, we do have a easier way to do this. You can go down to your inventory options at the very bottom and you can hit identify all. It will identify every item in your bag. So now I'm picking that stuff up because some of this stuff can be used for refinement. It's not big points, but every little bit is going to help. And as you guys know, it used to be everybody saved their items. You don't have to save items anymore. There is no more double refinement weekends. That's how all us older players did the system throughout the game. Was we saved all our stuff up, double refinement weekend came through, we then ranked up our character all at once. So now this is to a newer player, this is really nothing, different. But to us older players, it seems a little bit slower because now you're going to pretty much be ranking up things daily instead of ranking up a large amount all at one time. So there's really no need to hold on to things. Like I said, there's going to be no more double refinement events, they said. They will have some refinement, like extra refinement kind of events. There is one coming up this weekend if you check the calendar. So there will be some extra events. I think the one for this week is based on, how many enemies you kill or whatever. I'm not quite sure, but you can check the calendar for that. But there's going to be no more double refinements, so there's no need to hold on to refining items. Now the reason I'm using my alternate here is because I didn't have a lot of stuff on this character to refine, and I figured that would make it a little bit simpler for you guys to understand. Now, one quick thing before we get into the refining part. If you are a new player and you're needing to know how people get more refinement, how they're picking up more stones, more whatever the case may be, you can get enchantments called Fey Blessings, Dragon Hordes, and Quartermasters. I run one Quartermaster, a couple Fey Blessings, and a Dragon on my Hunter. This gives you a better % chance for dropping, or for enemies dropping items that you can use for refinement. You also can get a mount once you put the insignia bonus in that is called Wanderer's Fortune. This will also give you a bonus to your drop of things for refinement. So keep that in mind, guys. If you are a new player, try to pick you up some Fays, Dragons, Quartermasters. They don't have to be high ranked right now. You can get lower ranked ones that are pretty cheap in the auction house and then just rank them up on your character as you go along, and definitely get you a mount with Wanderer's Fortune. Now the Siege event that's coming up in February usually has a mount available with Wanderer's Fortune. It's I think it's a purple griffin, blue griffin, something like that. That is one of them. I have several mounts on my Hunter that have the option to have Wanderer's Fortune on them, so make sure you pick up one of those. Now, guys, getting into this, it's going to be very simple, very easy. We've already talked about you can identify all. Of course, there's other options here. You can sort all bags. We have display options. The good thing about this is converting refinement points. If you go to this option here, you can add a single item, but what I usually do is what I do is go over here and add what I want to do out of this certain tab. Now you can choose all enchantments and shards, which will pull up your enchantments and shards. You can choose all rune stones. It'll pull up all rune stones. It's going to pull up whatever you have in that genre within the bag. It will pull it up on the screen. You can go convert all equipment. So you have the option to be able to do this. You can choose certain things. You can convert all at one time. Just make sure, guys, that you always check before you hit the button, because sometimes it's going to put your, let's say, enchantments down here. If this was Azure rank 11 that I had in my inventory, I definitely would not want to break that down. So make sure if that is the case, you go on whatever item you do not want to convert and click remove. Now, this is not pulling anything out of your bank or out of your personal vault. I know a lot of times you can look at stuff like if you're in your coffer in your guild, it will pull things out of your personal bank vault, and you can see those items to be able to put them into your coffer. This does not pull those items out of there, so don't worry about that. So once you have everything chosen that you want to select, what you're going to do then is hit convert all, which is, of course, I play here on PlayStation, so that would be the square button, and you're going to see it convert everything. It will actually give you the points for each thing, and sometimes if it crits, it'll pop up the crit number as well. It seems to me, and I don't know what it is, I seem to get more crit this way if I do it all at once than individually if I just went in the bag and tried to break everything down one by one. Now you can just hit square. If you got more things to do, hit square to continue, and then we can go back to here where you can choose items where it's, you know, whatever the case may be. Again, whatever we're looking for, you go back through those. So let's go here to the gemstones. Now once again, let's say this was a bigger ranked azure. I'd want to remove that, hit convert all, then we'll convert again. As you can see, it crit. We got some points out of that. We're going to hit continue again, and of course I have nothing left, but just for the example of why I left that in here was for this reason. I wanted to make sure that you guys know to remove everything before you hit convert all that you do not want to be converted. Now I'm not going to keep this by any means, so I'm going to go ahead and convert to that as well. And guys, also if you tab on something like this, as you can see, the little box that pops up that tells you about whatever you're looking at will show you in the bottom right corner how much refinement points you are going to receive for the item. So I'm going to hit convert all on this, and we're done, guys. We have 3,025 refinement points. It will tell you up there in the top corner. And of course, if you are new also, you can just tab over like this, and you can see it in your riches. It is listed down here. And then of course now, unlike before, you can go in and add this to anything in here, whether it be enchantments, whether it be your neck and belt, whether it be your weapons, whatever you need to rank up. It is one simplified refinement system instead of having to have different stones for each individual item. Guys, I hope this helped. I hope it was a little more simple to understand if you were kind of a little bit confused about it. Of course, guys, if you like the video, make sure you hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you guys next time.